The ruling Democratic Party, DP, on Tuesday, unveiled a decision to seek to pass a bill depriving the prosecution of its investigative power through the National Assembly later this month. Once the bill is approved, the police will be responsible for the 6 major crimes: corruption, economy, public officials, elections, defense projects, and catastrophes that prosecutors have solely investigated. The People Power Party is expected to filibuster endless discussion to oppose the bill. Today, we will learn about the right to investigate and prosecute. Investigation and prosecution. Investigation simply means to search and to investigate. This is the process of clarification where a suspect is searched and evidence is collected under a suspected situation of a crime. During the investigations, items once belonging to a suspect can be confiscated forcibly, or prosecutors or police can forcibly enter a building during an investigation of a suspected crime. Once a person is held as a suspected person, the appeal of the case has to be decided. Appeal refers to asking for a court's decision from the judiciary branch by a prosecutor belonging to the administrative branch, in accordance with the separation of legal, administrative, and judicial powers. Prosecutions mean to prosecute a case. Once prosecution takes place, the investigation stops, and the trial process begins in the judiciary courts. The right to investigation and prosecution. Not anyone can investigate or prosecute. During the investigation process, force may be required, and prosecution requires a complex legal judgment. Law in Korea stipulates that prosecutors oversee the investigation and the police support the investigation. However, the investigation rights of the prosecutors and police were adjusted last year. Now, prosecutors can only oversee investigations for 6 major crimes. Only prosecutors have the right to prosecution in Korea. This is called anklage monopole, meaning that no matter how hard the police try to bring a suspect to the court, a trial won't take place if the prosecutor does not prosecute the case. What is 검수완박 about? In summary, prosecutors have the right to investigation and prosecution. However, prosecutors have been criticized for monopolizing the power because it has resulted in different side effects such as excessive investigation and prosecution for political reasons. Thus, the current government is trying to reform prosecutors, and one of the reforms includes 검수완박. Once the 검수완박 takes place, prosecutors will be responsible for prosecution only, and the police will be responsible for all investigations. Arguments for and against. People agree with the 검수완박, claim that decentralizing the power is necessary because prosecutors have had too much power. In short, as the authority with power, the prosecutor's office has been abusing its concentrated power. On the other hand, people against 검수완박 claim that if the police are responsible for the investigation, there is a high risk for the police to close the investigation arbitrarily. Furthermore, they argue that as prosecutors have more legal knowledge, prosecutors will be more strict legally when overseeing an investigation.